Okay, good day. So in this video, you're going to learn how to compute linear correlation coefficient R, or specifically yung tinatawag nating person product moment correlation coefficient. At ang symbol na ginagamit natin for us to determine the degree of relationship between two variables ay yung small letter R. Okay, and it says, compute the linear correlation coefficient for the given data and test the significance of the correlation coefficient. Use alpha equal to 0.05. So, dalawang parts yung ating example number 1. First is we're going to compute for correlation coefficient R, and right after that, itetest natin yung significant relationship between these two variables if there is a significant relationship. Okay? Gamit yung t-test natin. So, itong data na to is about car selling companies. Ano? Car selling companies na naibigay ko na rin itong data na to sa ating first topic about correlation and regression, and that is how to construct or constructing a scatter plot. So we have here 7 companies at ito yung kanyang number of cars sold in 10,000s for the past 10 years, I think. No? Dun sa aking video or example number 1 about scatter plot. At itong second column, which is the dependent variable, ito yung income in billions of these car selling companies. Yung company A, we have 630,000 number of cars sold with an equivalent revenue of 7 billion pesos. Okay. So I have here the steps already in how to compute for the correlation coefficient. We have step number 1, we're going to make a table. Ano yung table natin? Consists of, mag-a-add lang tayo dito. This is our X column, the independent variable. We have here the Y column as our dependent variable. Magdadagdag lang tayo ng 3 columns. Yun yung XY column. And then the X squared column. Ilalagyan ko malaking space. X squared column and the Y squared column. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then, alamin natin yung step number 2. We're going to determine the values of xy, x squared, and y squared column. We're going to get the summation of these 3 columns. The summation of xy, the summation of x squared, and the summation of y squared so that we can apply this into our formula of R. Okay? Also, alamin na rin natin yung summation of x and summation of y. Okay? So, gamit yung ating scientific calculator, we have add natin, ito muna ang summation of x ang kunin natin. That is 63 plus 29 plus 20.8 plus 19.1 plus 13.4 plus 8.5. The summation of x is 153.8. Okay? So, summation of x is 153.8. So, ilagay natin dito, summation of x is 153.8. The next is, we get summation of y. This is the third column. 7 plus 3.9 plus 2.1 plus 2.8 plus 1.4 plus 1.5 equal to, we have 18.7 ang ating summation of y. And then, kunin natin yung the product of x column and y column. Starting with company A, 63 times 7. We have 441. 29 times 3.9, we have 1113 or 113.1. 20.8 times 2.1, we have 43.68. And then 19.1 times, 43.68, we have 19.1 times 2.8, that is 53.48. And then 13.4 times 1.4, that's 18.76. And then 8.5 times 1.5, 12.75. Okay? Then, isum natin yung column na yon, that is summation of xy. Sum natin yung mga values na yon. Okay? And we have 441 plus 113.1 plus 43.68 plus 53.48 48 plus 18.76 plus 12.75 equal to, that is 682.77. 682.77. Next, for x squared column, square lang natin to. We have 63 squared, that is 3969. 3969. 29 squared, 841. 20.8 squared, that is 432.64. 432.64. We have 19.1 squared. 19.1 squared is 364.81. Then 13.4 squared, that is 179.56. And 8.5 squared is 72.25. Then we get the summation of x squared, that is 3969 plus 841 plus 432.64 plus 364.81 plus 179.56 plus 72.25. Our answer is 5859.26. This is our summation of x squared. 5859.26. Okay. Now, we have the last column. Kunin natin yung y squared. We have 7 squared is 49. And then 3.9 squared is 15.21. 2.1 squared is 4.41. Then 2.8 squared is 7.84. 1.4 squared is 1.96. And lastly, 1.5 squared is 2.25. Okay? Then, add natin siya. We have 49 plus 15.21 plus 4.41 plus 7.84 plus 1.96 plus 2.25. We have summation of y squared is 80.67. Dito natin lagay. Summation of y squared is 80.67. Okay. Now, since kompleto na yung ating mga values, we go now to step number 3. And step number 3 is we're going to substitute the values that we obtained from step number 2 so that we can solve for the relationship of these two variables. And let's find out kung gaano kataas yung degree of relationship between the number of cars sold to the revenue or income of the companies. Ano yung n natin dito? Before we substitute the values that we have computed to our formula. Ang n natin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, pair yung ating n. 6 pairs. Okay? So, ang n natin 6. And right after that, substitute natin do sa ating formula to solve for the correlation coefficient R. We have 6. Summation of xy is 682.77 minus summation of x is 153.8 times summation of y is 18.7 all over square root of n is 6 summation of x squared. Ito yun, 5859.26 minus summation of x and then is squared o square of summation of x. Square natin to 153.8 squared close bracket and then n ulit 6. We have summation of y squared is 180.67 minus summation square of summation of y 18.7 squared close bracket. Okay, so gamit ang ating scientific calculator, we have here fraction. So on top we have 6 times 682.77 minus 153.8 times 18.7. Sa baba, we have square root, parenthesis, 6 times 5859.26 minus 153.8 squared, close parenthesis, times, yun na lang natin, open parenthesis, 6 times 80.67 minus 18.7 squared, close parenthesis, r to the right, then equals. We have 0.9819. I-round natin, 0.982. Okay? So, ang value ng r natin is 0.982. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin ng ating value na si r equal to 0.982? Itong value na to suggests that there is a very high positive linear relationship between the number of cars sold and its revenue. Okay? Ibig sabihin, the more cars na mabenta ng ating car selling companies, the more revenue ang kikitain ng company. Okay? So, isulat natin. The linear correlation coefficient suggests a strong, okay, or suggests a very high positive relationship between the number of cars sold of the company and its revenue. Okay? Ibig sabihin yan, kapag dami ng nabentang cars, pagtaas din ang revenue ng mga companies. Okay? So, in addition to this, we can solve this problem using a scientific calculator. Mas madali. Okay? So, buburahin ko lang ito para maibigay ko sa inyo yung steps in solving Pearson product moment correlation coefficient or using scientific calculator.